Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a love reading for my dearest Sagittarius. We're going to take a look at the person who broke your heart, and we're going to take a look at what they might be thinking or feeling, how they're viewing you, and any possible action that they may take towards you. Now, if these messages resonate with my dear Saggies out there, I am going to ask that you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay, let's go ahead and push into this. Clear messages and guidance, please, for my Sagittarius regarding the person who broke their heart. Clear messages and guidance for my dear Sagittarius regarding the person who broke their heart. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign, but what they're thinking or feeling is that they're holding back right now. It could be that they're still holding on to the connection, but they're definitely holding back. They're viewing you as the King of Cups in reverse, so not having much to offer, or not offering much of emotion, rather. The King of Cups in reverse can also be somebody, who's just not emotionally available at this time. Things could have gotten a little bit messy the last time you guys spoke. I don't know if there were tears or there was arguing, or you said something that really sort of cut this person deep, or they still think about, right? And the final outcome or advice is the Emperor in reverse. So I see here with this Aries energy that your person is still quite sore about this situation. It's kind of my way or the highway, and right now I don't think that their ego could take a rejection even if they want to come towards you. So the Two of Pentacles tells me your person may have been juggling, or they go back and forth about whether or not they want to approach you or they want to heal things. I do feel that they're holding back because you may have spoken a truth. And like I said, it may have really triggered this person, but I don't think they would let you know. With the Emperor in reverse, it's like this person does not want to show too much emotion or any signs of weakness. They're still pretty heavy in a distorted masculine energy. So your person has made a decision, but I think they're taking a look at that decision, whether or not they made the right decision. And we see, to walk away. So your person is still, even though it looks like they already have walked away and they made this decision to walk away, they're still holding on and harboring some pretty deep feelings for you. And like I said, I feel like you really triggered this person, Sagittarius. You may have said something, or just maybe you loved them, and they hadn't received a type of love like this before. With the Star card, I feel you may have gone cold on this person, stopped contacting them. Maybe you cut them off of all social media, because with the Star card in reverse, it's like, I feel like they can't get access to you the way that they would like to, even when sort of curiosity strikes. I also feel that this person does their darndest to ignore you, or to not think about you, to not think about this connection. They know that also their actions have hurt you. And with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, they do feel that it's over. There's something here looking at the past and learning from it. They don't want to repeat any past mistakes. And they may not, I'm getting this weird energy, like they may not trust themselves to sort of get back together with you or to reach out, because I do feel that they may they feel like they might fall right back into old patterns. We do have the Empress energy, but Sag, I'm going to pause the camera because my candles went out, so just one moment. Okay, Saggies, sorry about that. So I do think that they're seeing you as the Empress, though, somebody who has a lot to offer, somebody who's very stable, compassionate, and loving. And you know, the message I got when I was laying down that Star card was also that some of my Sagittarius, you might have tried to love this person's shadows away, or you may have tried to fix this person by loving them. And unfortunately, it's like that didn't work, or that wasn't enough for them. Like they need to go off on their own spiritual journey. And if they were feeling a void within this connection, They may have sort of said it was your fault or whatever it is that they told you about why they were leaving. But I feel more than anything that they're learning that that void they have to fill themselves, that it's not going to be filled by you or by anybody else. So I feel this is a strong message for you to continue to just level up, to hold yourself in high regard. I do think that they're seeing and recognizing that you are their divine counterpart, or you're a person of wealth and taste, and you're a person of high value. We see with the Emperor in reverse, this person, I just feel this person is distracting themselves, and I don't know if that's with unhealthy coping mechanisms. I don't know if that's workaholism. I don't know if that's dating, or they jumped into another connection. But what I'm getting off of this Five of Swords is they don't want to look at the past. They don't want to look at kind of the stuff that they need to look at that may have contributed to the breakdown of this connection. The Five of Swords is about healing and not taking action. I do see this person's not quite ready to confront you, or they know that you might speak some harsh truths to them as well. I'm kind of getting this energy that you know this person so well, or you see through that sort of mask that they put on, when they leave the house or when they're with other people. And so it's extra difficult for them to sort of have these conversations, because they know when you look at them, you like see right through them. Really, really intense messages coming through here. Yeah. And I feel your person, Queen of Wands energy, is still really triggered by you, by this connection, the way you left it. And it's not a bad thing, because I do feel that this was a connection that was meant to come together to trigger that, to trigger those old wounds, maybe childhood wounds, or even from past life energy that need to come up to the surface and need to be purged and released. And I feel like your person's running from it, to be honest. I really do. I feel like this person's not quite ready to face their own demons. I feel like your person's not quite ready to face you either, because that makes them also look at their demons, right? So the Page of Cups in reverse, I don't see your person reaching out at this point in time. Like I said, it feels too heavy for them, or they're just not quite ready to do that. Page of Cups in reverse, they may know that they owe you an apology, but I also feel this person wasn't emotionally sincere with you about how they were feeling, or what they really truly wanted. And with the Page of Cups there in reverse, I see that they also know that, and that's a source of shame. I don't know if that they necessarily led you on, but the Page of Cups in reverse to me is somebody who doesn't have the emotional intelligence to express what they truly want, their expectations, to set boundaries. Like I'm getting somebody who's more avoidant, or instead of telling you the truth, they lie, and then they just slam the door, that type of energy. So I feel that your person has some growing to do. Queen of Wands tells me too, I feel this person is still, when she's showing up in reverse, still quite triggered. And I do feel they're either working a lot or dating a lot. If they left you for somebody else, it feels a bit like a Band-Aid type connection, that your person may be struggling with some abandonment wounds. All right, the lessons that they've been learning, we have valued contributions. Appreciate the uniqueness of what each other brings to the connection. So I do see that, and we saw that with the Empress energy coming out, that they are starting to see how much you gave them, that you were holding space for them to heal. And they may have had a reaction to you giving them love, Sag, or advice even, and felt like that was somehow controlling or suffocating. And now I feel like they're really missing that, because they're realizing that you were holding space for them to heal and to work through any issues that they might have had. I also feel they didn't see your worth and your value, and they're starting to now. We have mediation. Intervention in this situation is necessary to come to a mutual agreeable solution. So I don't know if this was a divorce. I don't know if friends and family are or have gotten involved. But it does feel like if you two were to come back together, that it might be first through a friend reaching out to you and saying, hey, so-and-so wants to talk, or so-and-so is asking about you. This person might even have friends or family members take a look and see what you're doing, because with the Star card in reverse, I don't feel like they have much access to you. creativity. Find ways to infuse a routine with something fun and different to breathe new life into it. So this is really interesting because this kind of came out, or this did come out in the Gemini reading. Because I'm picking up, Sag, that some of you with this Queen of Wands energy, you're dealing with somebody who comes from maybe a difficult childhood or some trauma in their past, maybe difficult relationship patterning that they haven't quite purged and released yet. And this may be somebody who's not comfortable in a healthy relationship. So if they grew up in a lot of chaos and with a lot of conflict, like they might get quote unquote bored with a healthy connection where there's not jealousy, where there's not fighting, where there's not chasing, where there's not that breakup and then makeup sex and stuff. So I feel that this person is starting to find healthier ways to deal with boredom, if that makes sense, to be more creative. I mean, because boredom isn't really the right word. It's just that I'm really picking up on you dealing with somebody here who has considerable trauma. And for them, what's fun and exciting and what equals love is drama and like toxicity. But I feel that they're starting to channel that energy into something creative, which is really positive. Rekindle, reconnect with your loved one, mind, body, and heart. So I do see that this definitely crosses their mind with mediation and rekindle. I think they do contemplate ways of getting back into your life, or who they would ask to contact you, or how they would do it, or could they pretend to run into you? Like I'm getting somebody, you know, asking their best friend to like get dressed up and go to somewhere where they might run into you. You know, I know that's a bit childish, but I do feel with this Page of Cups, your person, no matter how old they might be, they lack emotional maturity is what I'm definitely getting. They may be thinking of creative ways to rekindle, but I also feel that this person has spent so much time trying to ignore their feelings for you and not look at you or this connection. But it's almost the more you oppress or you suppress those feelings, like the more, you know, the more deafening that silence becomes, right? So setting expectations, having a clear vision of the end goal will allow you to focus on how to get there. So I feel that your person is going through a bit of a maturation process since they've been away from you. I don't know if they've been with somebody or they've been juggling a few different people. I kind of get that this person is like a bit of a free spirit, or they don't want to be tied down or in some sort of commitment. And if they are in a commitment, like I said, it feels kind of superficial. But they're starting to get a clear vision of what it is that they want, and if that's safety, security, and stability. And I do see that they do see you as that person. Now, Saggies, I did a whole reading for you, and halfway through I started calling you Gemini. Oh, and it was so disappointing because it was a decent reading. But I'm being shown here to tell you what came out in that message very strong, was that this person was and has been experiencing some financial difficulties. And with the Four of Pentacles here, I do see they're holding on to what they've got, but they may have made some bad investments, or they had some difficulties with their finances. So I do want you to be really careful, because the message in that deleted reading, unfortunately, was that this person sees you as a source of strength, and they know that you would move mountains to help them, that you're very caring, loving, and giving. And so I do want you to be careful if this person does decide to come back. I'm not saying that for all of you and that all of them are highly motivated just by money, but there was a big nod to that. There was a big message in that reading to be careful that they're not just coming back so that you can help them pay their rent, or because other things haven't worked out. Like, you really want to check this person and know what their true intentions are before you get emotionally invested with them again. Because with the Star card in reverse, this is a major arcana, and this is a major Tower moment that you experienced when they either walked out on you or whenever this relationship crumbled. And I feel you've worked really hard to heal, and you need to defend that and defend the person who you've become. Okay, so just a little side note there. So this is a message for my Saggies out there, that there's a need to yield in this situation. Release the need to be right or have things a certain way. Sometimes the outcome may look differently than imagined. So I also feel this is a strong energy of letting go of this person will sort of bring you the desired or even an unexpected outcome, which could be them sort of trotting back up on you, you know, trotting back into your life, or it could be somebody brand new headed your way. Okay. So let's get more messages. Let's see what they would like to say to you. I just heard the name Diego really loud. I don't know how that might resonate with somebody, but that just, yeah, I heard Diego. All right, let's get away together and disconnect from the world. Okay. So I do feel that this person fantasizes about the time that you spent together, and you may even be meeting this person in the dream space or in the remote soul planes. If you've been dreaming about them, and you may have had experiences where you were actually physically with them, where you could, you know, touch them, smell them. So I see that's definitely a possibility and confirmation for some of you. But I also do, this kind of resonates with the deleted reading, and what I'm seeing here is this person also kind of feels like they can sweep back in. And you want to check them on their motives for doing that. Because it does seem like they created quite some havoc when they left. They didn't either pull their weight, or maybe with this Queen of Wands keeps bothering me, like she may have walked, this person, male or female, doesn't matter, may have left you for somebody else, or wanted to be single, or they were cheating or something like that. And I kind of feel that they have a big ego, and that they feel that they could sort of come back in at any time, but they may be feeling you starting to pull away. So that might be growing a little bit stronger, this sort of need to, you know, should I reach out now? Is my person, you know, is my Sagittarius really pulling away from me? I have an addiction, and I do see that they have bad behaviors, and whether that's a codependency, alcohol, or drugs or not, I do feel that this person, they still have some of that negative energy and that patterning that either comes from like a very difficult or abusive childhood or historic relationships. And this is something that Spirit's really warning you about here, that, you know, the outcome may seem or may be very different than what you want or what you've imagined, but it may be really important to make sure that, you know, this person has done the healing or the up-leveling necessary, because I can sense that, my Saggies, you guys have been in that energy. It hurts me to say we should go our separate ways, so be careful if they do sort of come back in, and my guides keep using the word trot back in, you know, like, you know, a horse trots in and then trots out, like they're kind of more lighthearted, and it's easier for them to be in and out of this connection than it is for you. So I just be careful of them showing up and then rushing right back out. With that said, it did hurt them to move away from you. And this situation is messy. Yeah. And Sag, it feels toxic and it feels messy. Okay. So no matter what messages here are coming out, you know, no good reader, and including myself, I'm not going to recommend that, you know, you go back to somebody that's going to lower your vibration or going to bring you chaos, because this person has some energy blocks that either come from past life or childhood, and it's about relationships. And I feel like they get bored with like a healthy reciprocated love. Like, they need that stimulus, and that's a trauma response that I'm picking up on. And I want to hold you and never let you go. Yeah, but that's falling right under this Page of Cups in reverse. So this person might be quite romantic. This person might, you know, talk the talk. But I feel like they're still capable of rushing in and rushing right back out just as fast. Okay, so a little bit of a red flag there. All right, let's see what messages Spirit has for you here. Twin flame. Some of you, this is your twin flame connection. But remember, being in a twin flame connection is not an excuse to be in a toxic or unhealthy or abusive relationship. And if it is an abusive relationship, it's not a twin flame connection, okay? But for some of you, this could be your twin. But for others of you, this is a karmic partner or soulmate, which can be just as difficult as twin flames to release. But when you do, you up level and you get that much closer to your true divine counterpart. Okay, so we do see that there's some sort of external influence. It could be addictions. It could be wounding from the past. I do feel that this person, the Queen of Wands to me in reverse, is quite a promiscuous energy. And so, you know, this person may have cheated multiple times, or maybe they left you for someone. And we see one person is giving too much in the relationship. This came out in your Gemini reading. We're halfway through. I started calling you Gemini. But yeah, it came out in 2 or 3 places that you may have been overgiving in this situation. I do feel that you love this person deeply, and you were trying to like, and I'm not saying that you were just trying to fix this person, but coming from like having a heart of gold, trying to love this person's problems away, being optimistic, but I just feel they couldn't reciprocate the way that you needed or the way that they should. And this person definitely has regret and remorse about the way that they treated you. But I also feel that they try not to look at that because it's hard. It's them trying to protect their ego as well. All right, so clear messages and guidance for my Sagittarius. So we get giving and receiving. Yeah, I knew it was going to come out again. Through the law of reciprocity, there's rewarding compensation that comes from healthy exchange from others. So really taking a look at, did this person reciprocate? Are they capable of it at this point in time? And like I said, for some of you, they are experiencing financial problems or blockages. That could be having difficulties paying their rent, or maybe they've lost their job. For some of you, they've been kicked out of somebody's house is what I'm hearing. I know that's pretty, it sounds pretty cray-cray, but that's what I'm getting. And so just be aware, because I feel with that Empress energy, they see you as like loving, kind, caring, and compassionate, and like that you might just take them back. If they Page of Cups, they shed some crocodile tears here. So just be aware. All right. Choose to be with someone who loves you, supports you, and never makes you small, Sagittarius. All right. Somewhere you lost who you are. Time to return to yourself and nurture that part of you that needs breathing room. Yeah, so that may be the case. You may have lost yourself in this relationship. I do feel that this person is like all-consuming. And what I mean by that is that they're very charismatic. They're probably very good looking. The passion, the sex, everything great. And I also feel that, they generate, I don't want to say pity, but I feel that this person kind of takes more than they, they withdraw more than they deposit. And that gets old real fast. Be brave, okay? You can do this. All right, so let's go ahead and see what final messages. So Spirit's telling you to be brave. This person may certainly come back around. You may be starting to feel like their energy coming back, but really, please check their intentions, okay? Check their intentions and, ground yourself before you make a decision or you get involved with them again. Because I do feel that they could just rush right out as quick as they rushed in. And we get balance. So we get that again. Balance, reciprocity. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. And for many of you, this person, like it became towards the end, all challenges and zero support. And it's also possible, like I do feel this person was quite temperamental, because they kind of show me like an adult child, right? Like you have a fight or you have an argument or they didn't get their way. And so boom, they walked out, and maybe they walked right into the arms of somebody else, or maybe they went back to an ex, or maybe I just kind of feel this back and forth, this sort of ping pong energy here. And not for all of you, it was at some sort of third party. It could just be that there was I just get there was a lot of like hanging up on, this person would hang up on you. This person might block you for a little bit and then come back in. And it feels like an unhealthy push and pull. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So I also feel that's accepting that there was a need for this connection to come apart, for you to evolve separately, to see things differently. Now, we all have free will, but, my only sort of guidance here is that if this person does come back around, that you're very grounded before you make a decision, that you don't rush in, that you check and make sure that their motives are adequate, that they really are, they're back to offer you something tangible and reciprocated. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to leave it there. If these messages resonate with you, I am going to ask that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading, or if you like the cards I'm using, or you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Love and light.